Tanner Horgan with a tight center line guard. Matt wants to open this up to free up his last rock stone, so he's going to ask Colton to rip away.
And this is one of his fortes, Colton, is to work curling pretty hard here, trying to keep it straight. And that opens up the front.
Be really happy with that shot. Draws play into the house. Now you'll see Team Epping trying to get some separation with those green stones, try to force Dunstone to one.
Yeah, if they stay right there, that'll give an opportunity for a double. So
there's actually only a couple spots on that sheet where he can't roll to give up a double this
right.
level. For you and I, those rocks are pretty safe.
Nowadays, yes. 30 years ago, maybe. Might not have been that safe. Definitely rolling far here. Looks pretty good. It's going to stick around, and there no double available there right now.
So do you play the inside one and roll towards the wings, or do you play the wings and roll behind to the center?
Looks like Matt's called the one in the middle and roll to the wing, trying to get them closer together so a double would be available. Trying to keep it straight here. It's a nose hit, but it is a little bit higher in the ring, so the higher it gets, the better chance you have of making a double. But Team Epping would like to make the hit and roll to the left to keep that double out of play.
Try to even those green stones up with this roll.
Jake had a really good game yesterday in the C final. Team Epping played really well, trying to get it to curl. That is not what they wanted.
Gives Dunstone the opportunity to get out of this one. Matt calling for the double. Sit right there.
He's going to hit the rock on the inside, on the closer to the center line first, and then bounce back and get the one that's just outside the rings. Looks like it's pretty good. No sweeping required. Oh, he hit the other one first. Either way would work.
I think that was 50-50 there, Yuha.
Right. Either way would make it. So it looks like we're heading to a blank end here, or at least an attempt at a blank end.
Boys will be able to conserve some time on the clock. Lots of time for the competitors this week, 33 minutes with 2.5-minute timeouts.
That's made for a great spiel because we haven't had too many games that went, we haven't any that have gone long because of the clocks. And there's been a few games that came down to literally seconds left on the clock. So
teams are so good with time management nowadays.
Once you have to manage, they're very good. When they don't have to manage, they're very good at using a lot of time.
I just got the laser stare from the head official after that comment. I'm sticking to it.
Oh, we have a few people on board already. From Brampton. Doris, where are you from? I think you'd want to hit to stay right here. Try to keep it as wide as possible. Make the peel on his last one easy to make the blank end. Not a lot of weight on this one, just a nice control weight. Going to roll to the inside. Too Good Arm, Newfoundland. I love it. Nice to have you here, Doris.
Exchange the rocks here. Epping's going to stick around, I think.
Yes, it will. A little bit of a roll, but so Team Dunstone has to deal with this one. Obviously, they want to hit and roll out, conserve last rock for the next end. I think we'll see a little more weight on this one than he threw on his first one.
Hit and roll out, but you got to make sure you hit first.
That's right.
That's the rule.
Yeah. You don't want it to be a silent takeout. We don't have red-colored rocks here anymore. I would say this would be a Visine shot where he wants to get the red out. Looks pretty good. And that will hit and roll out. So after the first end, its score is 0-0. We'll be right back.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
And we're back. The initial rock from Team Epping was a center guard just touching the center line. We are playing the 5-rock rule this week. Any rock touching the center line cannot be moved. So it makes for an exciting ends and can produce a lot of offense. I see we got Georgette from Cape Breton Island. Georgette, I was just on Cape Breton 3 weeks ago, driving the Cabot Trail. And Karen from Peterborough. Glad you're watching. So Team Dunstone has put up the corner guard. So I'm hoping to see a little bit of offense this end. This one's really out there, but like we said, it is good curling ice. This one is a little heavy. They didn't really want to sweep it because it would be too far back. So it nestles just to the back of the button.
I'll give Team Dunstone an opportunity to plop one right on top. Ryan Harden with his second rock. Another shout out to the Ontario Coyote dealers for their generous support, making this event a success.
Just a little short, but it's behind cover. And John's asked to sit on top of that yellow one. He'd like to get past nose of that yellow one if at all possible. And Sweepers get on Tanner's Rock right away. They're looks like Wade is pretty close. This one's tracking a bit. That one didn't curl as much. I think he got that one out a bit. Maybe a little bit in out on his release.
Yeah, possibly the draw to the pin moved quite a bit more than that. So, assuming that could have been operator, Juha.
Operator error, possibly. So it looks like we're playing just a downweight hit on this. I think he'd like to just hit it a little bit on the high side, move that yellow one that's in the rings over to the edge of the sheet, and roll this one maybe behind. Well, he won't be able to get behind cover, but could make a double.
BJ really
well.
working this one hard.
Oh, not quite. I think we're going to see a double attempt here from Team Epping. Held his hand down at his midsection, so I'm assuming this is probably their normal hit weight. Yeah, it looks like about a 10-second hit.
Really moving.
Looks pretty good. Oh, no. Hair high, I heard. We're close enough that we can hear the skip sometimes.
Colton Lott here with the double attempt.
Yeah, just needs to hit it just barely on the high side of the rock. As you're looking at it right now, that would be the left side of the center. Looks pretty close. They do make contact with the second rock, but not quite what they had planned.
Yeah, Matt called the audible sweep at the last second to try and get that double the other way across the face.
They do. Yellow does have two corner guards now, so John can see about 2/3 of that yellow rock. So it is available for Jake to make this.
These Horgan boys have been a perennial threat in Northern Ontario. First spot at the Brier for many years. I think the addition, having seen them play this week, of John Epping has brought them to the next level. Really liking what we see.
They've had a great week.
Yep.
They played well. Came through the seaside.
I believe they won the Stu Sales Toronto last week.
Yes, they did. A little bit of a flop. Looks like a nose for a double. Looks like a normal hit weight here for BJ. Trying to get it to curl. And the double is made and rolls out to the edge.
Perfect shot.
Now, for Team Epping, they definitely want to stay in the rings because that would give Team Dunstone an opportunity to go around those two yellows that are on the right-hand side as we're looking at it from our end. Great shot by BJ. Nice control weight hit here, Mark. Nothing outrageous. Good revolutions, good rotation on that to hold it. Trying to get a roll in behind that center guard. Wide open on the edge of the forefoot. Oh,
Good shot. Now I think you're going to see Matt trying to hit and roll away and stay away from that center.
that's right.
Center guard.
Can't really roll to the left as we're watching it on the screen here. To get behind those yellows, it would be very deep in the rings. So this is I would agree with this call. This one needs to curl a bit. Now they're straightening it up. Going to get a little bit of a roll. And John's going to try to hit and roll in behind that center guard. Looking to generate a force here. Force Dunstone to take one. Or even get a steal. And we do have a good crowd for an 8:30 draw. There was people here before 7 o'clock this morning, reserving a seat out in the bleachers on sheet 1. That's our fan zone out there. We do have refreshments, not quite open yet. Very good roll, but
a little too far, Juha.
Yeah, I would say so. Now this gives Team Dunstone has to make a decision here. Do they want to hit and roll behind those two yellows? Or do they want to hit and roll to the left? What would you do, Mark?
The danger is if you make that roll too good, then you're forcing Epping to draw around and either draw around or to a spot behind his own center guard where he can't get it. So are you comfortable taking on that risk to force a deuce, or you want to burn another end? We'll see what they decide to do here.
With this ice, they could be going either way. So their last indication was to hit and roll. I think it was to hit and roll behind those two yellows. We'll see what happens. Definitely not a lot of weight here. It's got a little better than a foot of ice.
And you are rolling behind the T line. So like Juha said, you are opening up the opportunity for Team Epping to freeze on top.
That's right.
Blank end on sheet B between Team McEwen and Team Gushu.
I think this night might be an audible. It's a little bit more weight, I think, than they talked about. Colton held up his hand. That usually means it's a little more weight than you're attempting to throw. Now they're trying to keep it straight. And that is a very good roll. Now, again, it's still behind the T line.
No, you'll see
John could ignore it and try to draw behind his own green one, but I think he's going to, with the way the ice curls, he should be able to get in there and get shot. Doesn't have to be that tight to the yellow guard, because it will curl. It does curl hard out to the wings.
Yeah, if you touch that yellow guard, arguably you would over curl by the time it hits that back one, or you get to the back one. So lots of room to get in there.
Yeah, this doesn't happen a lot in today's game, where that looks like a lot of ice and a lot of weight. You got to get it to curl.
Really going hard for weight now.
Beautiful shot by John. Didn't over curl.
There's an angle raise, Juha, for
I think that's probably what they're going to play.
A couple points or open draw for one.
Looks like about a third of a rock on the yellow. Or maybe half a rock.
I'm thinking a bit thicker, yeah.
Maybe about half a rock. You want to slash it in there and stick it for 2. Morning, Diane, from southern Manitoba.
And a reminder to our viewers that Juha isn't just saying hi to random people in the facility. He's actually monitoring the YouTube chat.
They have to keep this one straight. They're
Really working on
really
this.
working on it. Here we go. He
Great
stuck
shot.
it for 2. It was a great sweep to hold it straight.
The fans approve?
I've heard a few claps. So that's after 2 ends. It's 2-0 Team Dunstone over Team Epping. We'll be right back.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome back, folks, to Third in Action, Henderson Medal Fall Classic 2024 edition, presented by the Ontario Coyote Dealers. Great shot by Matt Dunstone in the second end to convert for the deuce.
Yeah, the slash in there. We've got a replay here for you if you didn't see it the first time. Had to keep it straight. Colton was had to really pound that one to stop it from curling. And there we go. And that was about half a rock. Thanks to our video crew for that replay.
Teams are playing for a purse of $106,000. The teams on the ice right now have already made 8. Semifinalists will get $12,000, so effectively this is a $4,000 game. Finalist, $19,000 for the runner-up, and the champ, $25K.
And the 9th to the 12th teams got their entry fees back this year.
Nice touch.
Yep. Looks like there is a corner guard. Looks like John's calling for a double attempt here. And would like to roll behind cover. Well, looks like it's over curled. Runs it straight back, and the yellow one goes in behind cover. Looks like it's edge on edge, yellow and green. Matt's going to ignore that one at just in front of the rings and go around it. So we're going to see an attempt at offense this end.
Keep some of the pressure on. Getting around there, though, it is an opponent's rock, so Team Epping will have some options to run back or freeze.
And that's where they wanted it. Top 12. It is a short run back, but that would not be shot. Yellow, that's in the edge of the 8-foot is shot. Looks like John wants...
straight draw.
I think that looks like a straight draw. A strange place where he's standing, but... Straight draw would like to get fully behind his own green rock.
Tanner Horgan with his first.
Trying to get it to curl behind that corner guard. Looks like it's fully buried. Well, maybe you can see just a sliver of it from the hack.
Yeah, Team Epping trying to get a rock in a spot where it makes the removal real difficult, trying to get that deuce back.
Looks like they're playing about back circle weight at this. Back circle maybe max hack. They can, like I said, they can see a sliver of it. Trying to get it to curl now. Now they're asking it to be straight. Just gets it by. Wants the roll. It's difficult to roll to roll a long distance with that weight, but nonetheless an excellent shot.
I think John will try to soft weight hit and roll in behind here, Yuha.
I think so.
He's opting for the outside, which is also a great shot.
Again, this is going to be a soft weight hit. He touched the back of his hand, so I think that's their call for that type of speed that they want. This one's curling, trying to keep it straight. You might get that roll under cover here, Mark.
Audible.
Yeah. They went by the green one with a lot of room. They could have, by lot I mean a couple inches. They could have tried a little bit harder to get it under cover. Looks like Matt is calling for the slash double here, I think. Now he's looking directly at the green one. No, it could be that as well. Again, this is going to be a lightweight hit. Wants to roll in behind that green corner guard. Maybe board on this one.
Yeah, the ice indicates that that's a lightweight
They
takeout.
definitely need some speed to be able to move it after they hit, to move to roll in behind cover. Off and on usually indicates you're pretty close.
Great roll by BJ.
Great weight control there. That was definitely just board weight. A dying duck into the boards. Those are difficult shots to throw, to have that kind of weight control.
Really gives the ability for the sweepers to manage the rock on the way down.
That's right. especially with the ability that these teams have.
Jake going to try to do some cleanup here.
If you can hit about half of a rock here, maybe a little bit more than half of a rock, might be able to get his green one to spill into something over on the side behind those two covers. Need it to curl. No, no contact at all. And the green one just gets into the rings. That worked out okay.
Worked out okay. I think they would have liked to get the shooter on the rings. I think that was
right.
part of the objective.
Yeah, and they did.
It is on. Got to get some new glasses, Juha.
It's on.
New glasses or more coffee, or a combination.
This one they need to curl. And it does. They hit and roll behind their own yellow. I think you can see enough of it with a little bit more weight. They should be able to get rid of both yellows and then
roll in behind that yellow one on the center.
I think so.
This looks a lot. Looks like a really tough shot because you can't see that much, but you got to trust the curl.
Looks like they got a little better than half a rock here, maybe 2/3. So it is easy to jam this as well.
Jake Horgan with his final rock.
And the hit was made, but rolled to the back 12. So Team Dunstone is still lying first and second, and with Team Epping lying third and fourth. They're looking at a couple different possibilities here. Do you think they're looking at the double?
The double or the hit and roll in for to sit 3. That ice looks like the ice for the double, depending on the weight selection.
Yeah, just a hair high, or go right across the top of that back green one. That would work as well. Thanks for the compliments there, Diane. Yeah, we've got a great video system here, provided by Curling Stadium and paid for by Ste.Marie Tourism. Looks like it's over curled a little bit from making a double, but he does get the hit and roll. Rolls a little bit too far. So again, Team Dunstone is lying first, second, and third, and Team Epping has one on the back 12-foot.
No triple opportunity, I don't think, Juha. So
I don't think so.
Team Epping's looking for the hit and roll over and try to use that corner guard to generate their deuce.
I don't think there's any danger of jamming the yellow one back on the back green one. So I saw Jake taking a quick peek at that, but I don't think that can happen unless you something disastrous happens here.
If you're jamming that back one, you have bigger problems.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice control weight by John Epping.
Trying to keep it straight. He's got the roll. Now the question is, how far does he roll? It is second shot.
Just missed the sweep on that one. Could have curly sweeped it in.
That's right. I think it's second shot.
It looks like second.
Yes, I think it's second shot. Yep. Yeah, just by an inch or two, probably a couple inches it's shot because it's just touching the 8-foot circle. And the yellow one out front is a little bit higher than the 8-foot circle. So this looks like a straight draw, I think. Trying to get it behind their yellow one. Trying to keep it straight. So this is definitely Team Dunstone trying to create a force situation here, or even get a steal. Oh, it just rubs. Even with the rub, they almost got a little bit of a corner behind that yellow one.
Now is there a triple for 3?
Might be. I think it jams on that back green one.
Possibly, and that's a lot of risk, I believe, to take on when you're down 2 points in the third end. So we'll see what John decides to do.
Taking one here might be the better. Trying to make sure that you can score your one might be the better part of valor here.
It's the safest option. You know what they say about risk and reward, huh?
That's right. Pretty early in the game, though, to give up 2 or 3 on a steal.
And I don't even know what that's there.
For those watching, and if you haven't been watching, these are only 8-end games. So if you get down a lot early, you're really scrambling. Looks like John's decided to play the hit.
Wisdom prevails.
That's right. And the 2 yellows are edge on edge, so to be able to hit and roll underneath is a very difficult shot. Even if you did get underneath, Team Dunstone would probably play the drill back.
They would if they had any more stones, but this is last rock.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Wasn't watching.
I got you.
Thanks, Mark. I thought there was 9 rocks in an end.
That'd be interesting if you could do that, eh? Call in a 9th rock when you need it.
There we go. So that's a hit for 1. So after 3 ends, the score is Team Dunstone 2, Team Epping 1.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
And we're back. Team Epping threw up a center guard touching the center line so it cannot be moved. And Team Dunstone countered with the draw to the top of the 4 foot. And Team Epping is attempting to sit on top of that yellow that's in the rings. This one's staying out there. It looks like it's got a little bit more weight than they want it to throw. It's going to move it around.
Ryan not happy with that one. Little unforced error, hitting and rolling out, giving Team Epping the opportunity to make a play on shot rock. I have to be careful what I say because Ryan's parents are right behind me. Perfect roll by Tanner Horgan. Is available though to Team Dunstone. You'll see Colton Lott try to come here with some nice easy weight, hit that and roll to the wings. Just feathered the guard. I believe the call was to roll away, but that's still a good one. Now you'll see John Epping ask Tanner to freeze down to the face of that yellow shot stone. John indicating the line's pretty good. The boys are working this for weight. Trying to get to the face of that yellow shot rock. We're in front. Nice touch. Colton Lott attempting to remove the Epping stone and a roll to the edge of the 12 foot. Try and get some separation between those two yellow rocks. Great burst there by BJ Neufeld. That rock was hanging and he curved that right in. Team Dunstone sitting 2 with hammer in the 4th end. Jake Horgan with his first to the end. The freeze attempt. Outside and heavy, not a good combo. John called the audible there, trying to duck one in behind. So not what they wanted, but ultimately better than crashing on that yellow guard, or yeah, the yellow rock at the top of the forefoot. Now you're going to see Matt clean this end up. Straight peel.
That's right. Doesn't need to drive anything into the rings. No, now he's looking at a different possibility here.
Nice to talk about the options. Always go with your gut.
Usually you go back to your first call. It's probably about 95% of the time.
Is that an official stat, Juha?
Yes, it's been my experience.
We get a fact check.
Usually you loop right back around again to what you thought about first.
Yeah.
That's the way human brains work usually.
Yep. Agreed. And when you don't follow that instinct,
you get into trouble.
And it doesn't work out, you're like, I should have.
Yeah, true.
I got you. Jake Horgan's second rock, the fourth end. He's going to try and make this double takeout. Should see some firm weight on this one.
Trying to keep it straight.
His brother working hard.
Looks like he's got the double.
Great shot.
And it looks like Team Dunstone will play the double back. Or even hit and roll in front would be fine.
Sioux fans are conflicted this morning, cheering for their local fan favorite, Ryan Hartman, or Northern Ontario entry.
That's right.
Team Epping. So they're just applauding both shots. What a great crowd. Both teams.
There we go.
Good curling shots.
There's a question if it... Yeah, Connor already answered. Yeah, it's the door creaking. Sorry about that. Our mics are a little too sensitive at times. Trying to keep it straight. Oh, just rolls over the top. And out of the rings. And the force is in play now. John just has to pick some spot where Team Dunstone cannot make the double.
So edge 12 even or freeze to the Dunstone yellow rock at the back of the
I think they're
house.
I think they're throwing the intern here.
There is lots of door noise, folks. Apologize for that. We have to manage viewer experience with the experience of our great fans here in the building in Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah, intern draw, trying to get it to the tee line, a little past the tee line if at all possible. Does not want to set up a double. And that's a good shot. Pretty steep double if you make the attempt. I think Matt's he's gonna try the slash double here, green to green.
The thing is, thinking here, Juha, is you're forced anyway, so
yep.
This is kind of a risk-free shot. If you make it, you're out of the end. If you don't, then you'll have an open draw for your 1. Assuming John doesn't leave you a double.
Looks like about a third of a rock. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, that looks pretty close.
I think this will have some steam on it as it's coming down.
Calling on the curl sweep to get that to come over a little bit. Call
and the double is made. Very good shot. Excellent shot.
Yeah. Great shot by Matt Dunstone to get out of this end. Next 2 rocks are just a formality, I think.
I think so. Just throwing one to the pin here. Trying to get one in the ring somewhere. Force Matt to make a hit and roll out. Nice draw. Little nice practice shot there. Get an idea of what speed is like to the button for the skip. When you have these semi-free shots, you should be using it to gather as much intelligence as you can.
Agreed.
You're muted.
Great game on sheet B between McEwen and Gushu, all tied up at 2s.
That's after 3 ends. They're playing the 4th.
Mike McEwen with the hammer.
And this is a clearing shot here. Just wants Matt just wants to hit and roll out. And that is accomplished. And we'll be back.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
And we're back. So the 4th end was a blank between Team Dunstone and Team Epping. So the score is 2-1, Team Dunstone playing the 5th. Team Epping put up a guard in the center. I don't know if that's right on the, it's hard to tell from where we are if that's actually touching the center line. I think it might be. So if it is touching the center line, it cannot be moved, and Team Dunstone went around it to the top 4, fully buried. And John has asked Ian to come right down on top of that.
Our guard freeze scenario.
That's right.
Teams trying to
Again,
maneuver
trying
rocks.
To get this to curl.
Yeah, maneuver rocks to get the best angles, Yuha.
Yeah. Well, that's this one's
Guard.
guard. That works as well. I didn't see the indication here. Is he? I'm assuming he's trying to lean on his own, but could be trying to go around the whole mess. Wants it to curl. Nice shot. It's about almost half and behind cover. Looks like John's going to ask Tanner to come down and just bump that yellow one back.
Change up the angles a bit. Hopefully get that shot Dunstone rock to the back of the 4-foot where they can use it later.
No, he's changing his... now he's gone over to the other side. Gone from the out turn to the in turn. No. He's gone back to the original shot. Told you, 98% of the time.
It was 95 earlier. Now we're up to 98, but that's okay. I like this call.
I do too.
You put those 2 center guards up for a reason.
As you can see in the background, you can see the timing clocks. Both teams get 33 minutes to play the game in thinking time, and there are 2 1-minute and 30-second timeouts in the game. This one looks a little tight. I think it's...
The boys are working the ice there, so it looks like it could have picked out of Tanner's hand.
I think that one picked because it was a major miss. So it didn't look like he threw it that bad. Interesting. Matt was asking Colton which turn he wanted to throw at it, because either one would work. This is going to have a little bit of pepper on it. Keeping it straight. And just a straight peel. The 2 green out front are close enough that you can make a double on that and roll out yourself. And John's going to ask Tanner to attempt the same shot. Haven't seen too many picks this week, Mark. I've only seen a couple.
Big one on for Team McEwen earlier in the week. The A qualifier. They got through regardless, but other than that, the ice conditions have been very good.
I've always said that our ice is very clean compared to a lot of clubs around Ontario and the U.S. where I played, so we're spoiled here. That's a beautiful shot by Tanner after that first miss. Just snuggles right in there. Looks like they're trying to tear off those 2 green ones. Just get it slightly across nose and roll the yellow one out to the wing. They could get a corner guard out of it. Trying to get it to curl.
Straight peel.
Straight peel.
Just look over there.
I don't know.
You can't see.
Oh dear. Yeah, a little bit of a conversation here. Seeing what they want to do. Team Dunstone is lying at least one. Yes, lying shot, but the green one's right in front of it. What do you think, Mark? Come down there and just freeze to the pile?
I think that's a great option. What they're really protecting against is giving up a deuce here. So that's what they do not want to do this end. You don't want to go down 4-1 to Team Dunstone with only a few ends to play. Team Epping happy with a steal or a force.
So it looks like the call is to draw right down to that green one.
Jake Horgan.
Just try to keep it clean. Need to curl at the end, get into on top of their own green one. Or if it's short, that isn't the end of the world either.
Great judge by Team Epping. Now it's BJ's turn to go have a look.
Straight peel here. Could ignore all the green ones.
He's looking at the green pick onto his yellow.
I think so.
Lots of time left for both teams, or they're not considering a timeout to discuss this one yet. Colton's going down there to have a look.
The draw isn't bad either here. I like the draw. I like coming right in there. Right on the E in Henderson metal. Maybe just between the D and the E.
Yeah, that would be a good spot.
In-turn draw. Sweepers get on it right away. Weight looks pretty good. Trying to keep it straight. Don't see any panic sweeping there, so this looks like it's going to be exactly what they called. I think we're going to see some flying granite here. They could loop around. John could loop around to the button. That could be a call. Maybe a little too early in the end.
Is an option, Yuha. But there's two yellow rocks in front, so even if you do loop around, there may be a way for Dunstone to get at it. moving some granite out front, so we'll see what the call is.
It's going to move something. Definitely a hit.
Just got to skinny that center guard.
It looks like that's what he's called. Very close. Great shot by Jake. Covered of 2 yellows.
Great shot to get those yellows out of there, but it does leave Team Dunstone the free draw in behind staggered
That's
guards
right.
to sit 2.
The slash would still be available depending on where this yellow one ends up, the slash green into the yellow. So this is basically the same shot that BJ just threw. Getting a good shot of that. In the wide angle view here, you're seeing our sheet 1 with the fan zone. Great crowd for this early in the morning.
People in Sault Ste. Marie like their coffee and they like their curling.
There we go.
That's our version of the double-double.
That's right. That's right. So that's
The beer is later.
That's right. Never before noon.
Agreed. Yeah.
So to get out of this end, John is going to loop around and try to get to that yellow one that's just touching the button on the tee line.
Do you think he can get in there and actually move that shot stone back a little bit to get shot, or is this just protection shot?
Yeah, he just doesn't want to roll to the right here. I'd like to get down to the face of the yellow one. That would be the danger here, is just ticking and rolling to the right would be not good.
Disastrous, some might say. John Epping with his first stone, the 5th end.
Oh, staying on it, not trying to get it to curl. The weight looks pretty close. Have to get it by the guard, and they do.
Great throw.
Great throw. Yellow's still shot. I think yellow's still shot. Yes, it is. So I think there is enough room there for Matt to just bump that yellow one back to the button, or even if he
bump freeze, roll off that green a little bit. Good opportunity to sit 2 here for Matt Dunstone.
The green guard, about 3 feet off the rings, is far enough out that you can loop around that the green guard and get to the face of that yellow one and bump it back. So this is a straight bump. Just trying to move that that yellow rock a couple feet.
Matt Dunstone with his first of the 5th end.
Supers get on it right away. Trying to get it to curl. Need to curl some more.
Really working that.
Yellow is still shot. Green is second shot. They've asked for a timeout. That's one of their 2 timeouts. This is a critical juncture, and definitely a critical juncture in the game here.
They're looking at the in off you, huh?
I think
Off
so.
the green onto their bump their own one over. Could you also choose to either hit the open yellow stone in the 8-foot and sit there and force
Yep,
Team
that
Dunstone
would
the
work as
one?
well, but I think he's trying to. He'd like to score here if at all possible. Lots of possibilities here.
And that could also be a double takeout on off your own green rock onto the yellow shot rock. Not sure.
Looks like he's playing that. Hard to say. We'll know when we see the speed of the rock, but looks. I think he's drawing.
The straight draw tap.
I think so. With back 12-foot weight.
We'll see how hard he kicks out.
Yeah. Could be the double as well.
John Epping with his second rock. And number 5.
It's not a hit attempt.
Just trying to wiggle their green rock.
Trying to hold it straight here. Tanner's really leaning on it. They're by the guard. Gonna get a bump, but it.
Great shot.
Great shot, but
Not sure if they got it.
I think yellow is still shot. Maybe not. Huh? It's very close. Matt seemed to point at the yellow one, so he might think they're shot right now. He's going to try the bump again on the yellow one. Needs to bump it and get a sliver of the button.
Looking for the straight tap here. They don't want to roll too much off of their top yellow. Don't want to disturb that green rock.
Yeah, if you move the green rock at all, your back yellow one, if it is shot, will not be shot anymore.
So an element of delicateness here for Matt Dunstone. Straight tap to the pin.
You can almost hit it, not hit, but tap it on the nose, and you'll get to the pin. Get right to nose, just a hair high, just quarter inch, half an inch high, and you'll get to the bump to the button.
Huge shot from Team Dunstone coming up in M number 5. If it's made, you're up 4-1.
Got it out there. Sweepers are on it. To make the shot, you have to get to just a little bit high on the yellow one. And that's a beautiful shot.
What a great shot.
Now they're going to look at see if it's stay here and see if which one they think is closer. Definitely one for Dunstone, and Matt thought he had. And I think they're going to. They might measure this one. Hard to say. Oh no! It looks like that would be 2 for Dunstone.
The fans approve here.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, that definitely was 2 for Dunstone. So after 5 ends, the score is 4-1. Dunstone over Epping. We'll be back.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
And we're back. And we're going to just take a quick replay of that last Dunstone shot in the fifth end to get the 2. Marvelous curling shot here. Great weight control, great sweeping, great line call.
Great result for commanding 4-1 lead after 5 ends of play. You're going to see John Epping having to take on some risks now to get back in this game.
So Team Dunstone throws the first one in the top 12 foot, and John's asked Ian to put up a corner guard. Looks like they want this one pretty high. Like it to just drop it over the hog line. And these are difficult shots, right, Mark? To just drop over the hog line.
Absolutely. You got to really rely on your sweepers. Unless you're that good and just throw it there yourself, but I have to rely on my sweepers quite a bit.
And it looks like they're gonna. Team Dunstone is coming right into the rings with this one as well.
Happy with right on top or even a little bump?
Yeah, like to bump it back maybe a couple feet if you could. No, it's gonna over curl. Well, okay.
That works.
This is a play where you can try to cut off that corner. So I think that may be what they were calling.
Yeah. And John has a couple options here. You could throw another corner guard opposite side, opting for the double corner.
Looks like he's looking for the double corner.
You want this one right on the D of the Delta logo. Our host hotel. The Henderson Metal Fall Classic.
Perfect.
Just what the doctor ordered.
And looks like they're going to throw one in the 8 foot on the, as you're watching it here on the broadcast, they're going to throw it on the left-hand side, or from this direction, it's the right-hand side. Out-turn draw. No lefties on this sheet today. Yeah. That's where they wanted it. So now 3 yellows in the rings, and John's going to ignore those 3 yellows and go around his 2 corners. I think we'll see some peeling on the next shot.
Agreed. John calling the sweep right out of Tanner's hand.
Looks like it's got enough weight to get there. T-line. T-line or better. No, it's going to stop just before the T-line. And here comes the here come the peels.
Colton Lott's thrown a few of these, I think, in his career.
I think this is just a straight peel, though. I don't think he's trying to make any kind of double here.
Yeah.
Purely a straight peel.
One at a time. Good toss.
Just an update on Sheet B, the game between McEwen and Gushu. It's all tied up, 3-3 after 5. Trying to keep it straight here. Playing up to the yellow one. Going to move it a bit, not much.
Great touch there by Tanner. Rock's in a fairly good spot. So you'll see Matt ask BJ to remove that. Really
Looks
happy
like
if you get that back one.
Yeah, it looks like he's asking for a straight pick here. Just trying to get rid of the green one. Not touch the back yellow one. Just gets a piece of it to pick it off. And John's going to play the same shot. Trying to get down to that yellow one.
So not wanting to remove your rock, you're protecting against the green rock on the other side for counting purposes? Is that what the theory is behind there? Yuha?
Yep. Yep. Again, doesn't want to bump it. Doesn't want to leave any space to make that to make the rip.
So Team Epping trying to replace that stone.
This one looks like it's a little lighter.
Boys are working it.
Just going to get to the top of the circle. Few options here. Could play the double off that top green corner guard. Looks like he wants to play Matt's first inkling was to play the hit on the green one that's at the top 12 and with the out turn and roll toward their own yellow. And he's gone back to the original call. 99%.
Incrementally moving up the scale.
So wants to hit that green one on the high side and just move their yellow one that's touching the center line at the top of the 12-foot over to the left. Trying to get it to curl. Oh, didn't quite get it as thin as they wanted, but little of overlap there, so that's a little bit of a miss. They would like to have moved that center yellow one over so that they weren't overlapped. Gives Team Epping an opportunity here to score a couple.
Hit and roll in behind, and more importantly, draw the play away from the corner.
That's right. I think we're going to see a little bit of weight on this one because it is a pretty flat roll. He is throwing the out turn at it, and the broom's on the inside half of the rock. I think he got that one out there a bit.
Trying to sweep it over.
No, I think on his release he got it back to the broom, a little bit past the broom.
cues up the easy double for Matt or the hit and roll in behind?
I think they're going to play the hit and roll. Looks like. So definitely playing the out-turn hit and roll here. I'd like to get underneath those two yellow ones. And it'll... So a little less weight here. So got a few inches of broom here on the outside of the rock. So he wants to get past nose. Just get to the low side of the rock and rolling behind cover. I'd like to get to top 4 foot here, I would think, with the roll.
It's got a bit of margin of error here to roll, for sure.
On it right away.
The double was the call.
Playing the double. So that's how much I know. No, they were playing the run. They're playing the double. Even though he indicated the hit and roll, maybe that was the option if he...
It's when the on-ice mics would be really handy for the commentators.
Right. So Team Dunstone does have 3 yellows in the rings. And Team Epping is going to attempt to remove those 2 yellows that are at the front, because I would imagine that Matt would go around everything if they were there before this shot.
Can you clip that 3rd yellow in the ring?
He might be able to. I think that's what he's trying. If he gets a little bit of action, if he hits this one on the outside, yep. But it sticks around. And if you can hit this and flop in front, that's going to force Team Epping to draw.
Up 3 points with only a few ends to go. Not worth throwing a guard on this one. So elimination of the opponent's stone.
I think he'd like to keep this yellow one around, though.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You don't want to give a free blank.
Just to hit it just a little bit of past center on the rock and roll to the on the screen here, roll to the right. Not quite hit it where the broom is, just a little bit further over. Definitely throwing normal hit weight at this. Doesn't have a lot of ice. It's the in-turn. Definitely got it out there. Trying to keep it straight. Wants it to stop, and it does. That one curled more than I think they thought it would.
They thought it would, yeah.
And John's going to play the hit and stick for 1.
Mission accomplished for Team Dunstone.
Yeah, the force.
Textbook curling.
Yep, that's force is on.
Force, deuce, force.
Get the hammer back playing in the 7th.
John Epping, last rock of the 6th end, has to hit and stick for 1.
Don't see a lot of panic there, so it looks like the hit's going to be made. So that's 1 point for Team Epping. So after 6 ends, the score is 4-2, Team Dunstone over Team Epping, and we'll be right back.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And we're back. First Epping rock was a center guard. Again, that's touching the center line, so it cannot be moved. First Dunstone rock was a draw around it. Curled a little bit too far, came out in the open, but that's okay. Just touching the button. So I think we're going to see another guard from Team Epping here, trying to warp around that first rock that's touching the center line. Don't want it in the rings. Want to keep it out in the free guard zone.
Really well-managed game by Team Dunstone, converting with the hammer.
Excellent shot by Ian.
Putting Team Epping in a bit of a hole right now to climb out of.
That's right.
Down 2 without.
Without the hammer.
2 ends to play. So you're either going steal, steal, steal as your game plan.
That's right.
Or force 3 steals.
That's right.
Not optimal.
Nope. Have to become thieves in the morning. So Matt asked Ryan to go around that, and he does. Scoots around to the top of the forefoot. We've seen this configuration before. Team Epping is drawing down to that yellow one that's just touching the button with the outturn. So Tanner's attempting to, doesn't want to roll off of it, wants to come right down to it. Keeping it straight. And looks like that's made. Just a little bit of a roll.
Matt's going to ignore that.
Yeah,
ran up to the front of that stone before the other one sat down.
Could have been standing at the hog line. Could have got there a little quicker. Just saving time on the clock. Both teams have a good amount of time left here, so. And John has asked Tanner to just come down on top of that one again. He did roll off on his first one, which gives you opportunity to get rid of that green one that's in the forefoot without touching anything. Trying to come down again.
Boys just dusting it in.
Short is fine here too. I think we're going to see another peel here. And maybe make an attempt at the triple.
Looking at all three.
I seem to indicate that. He's got the right man throwing it. I think this is going to be a buzzer beater here. Well, gets rid of two.
Be happy with that result. Great shot by Colton Mott.
That had a little bit of speed on it. Just a bit. What do you think about a 5 or 6 second hit there?
Definitely in the range, Juha.
And John's asked Jake to, I think, throw a guard here. I don't know if coming in there would help you very much. No.
Doesn't look like.
Coming in. Little tickle, little tick. That works. Going to try the slash again, I think. Doesn't care if he gets rid of his back yellow one. Try to remove both. BJ throwing an intern here at it. Again, a little bit of speed on this one. Trying to keep it straight. There we go.
Coach approves. Green rock's gone. Team Epping trying to pull out all the tricks now. You don't have hammer, but you're drawing around
Corner guard
to the back 12 of a corner guard. You're hoping for a miss now.
You need at least one, if not two. Should be a lot of late movement on this rock. Gets it in there. Actually overburied a bit.
Couple of options here. You could do the
drill back.
Drill back, as we call it here at Sioux Curlers. Or the straight pick.
Yeah, it looks like right on the nose will do it. That works too. I don't think Matt will be too unhappy with the force here. I think he'd gladly take one, be 3 up coming home without the hammer.
There's been a few threes scored in the 8th end this week.
Yep.
Couple to tie, couple to win.
Straight nose hit here, I think. Or roll a little bit.
He called half a roll out.
Yeah, half a roll. Looks like it's going to be nose hit. Wonder if Matt will take a... Oh, no, it looks like he's going to try the hit and roll in front of the green one. Even if you don't make that roll perfect, frozen or
right in front of that green rock. You're grouping.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
I'll have a
A shot at a double on his last
double
one.
and a blank perhaps on his last one, or happy to hit for a single to be up 3 coming home.
Got to get it to curl. Need to get it past the center line to get the roll to the right, but it's going to be a nose hit. I think he wants to hit and stay right there, or maybe roll a little bit to the left. I think staying right there would be fine.
Staying right there, you could also, unorthodox call, roll a bit to the right. And tease that double.
Better a teaser than a squeezer.
I have no response to that. John Epping with his second stone and number 7.
It's going to roll a little bit to the right. I think they're taking a look at it to seeing if is it worthwhile trying the double.
You could also just hit and roll in for your 1.
That's for my wife. Oh, he's going to hit the back one. So hit and stay on the back one for 1. Needs to. I think he needs to roll just a bit to score his 1. They could also draw.
Matt Dunstone, last rock. And number 7.
Out turn hit. Needs to hit and stay. He got his 1. Now they're trying to keep it straight.
Really moving. It's really moving.
But nice weight control there. Just rolls into the back 8-foot and for the 1. So after 7 ends, it's Team Dunstone 5, Team Epping 2, and we'll be right back.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
And we're back, playing the 8th end. Team Dunstone, Ryan Harden just threw his first one in the top 4 foot, just touching the button. And Team Epping, Ian McMillan is throwing this one just over the hog line. Again, a very difficult shot, but well made. And I think we're going to see Matt ask Ryan to throw this one, choking off that draw around the corner. This one looks like it's a little heavy.
The other option is to go right on top of your own rock. This kind of draws the play.
I think they like keeping it so there's no overlap.
Yeah.
So you can do some hits if you need to. Again, Team Epping is going to go around that corner.
Throw up a double corner, needing 3 points to tie.
Wants to get on top of that Delta Hotel sign.
Right on the D. Tanner just cleaning that rock in. John's a little cold, so he's going to come up and do the curly sweep.
And gets it exactly where they wanted. Could go to the other side. That's what they did in the previous end. That's a good call as well, spreading them out. I would think the Team Dunstone will start doing some peeling on the next one because you can't touch those 2 green ones yet. They are in the free guard zone, and it is a 5-rock rule this week at this competition. Wanted above the tee line, exactly where he wanted it. Right on the ION in fabrication for Henderson metal. I think we're going to see a draw here from Team Epping, trying to get around those 2 corners. So John's asked Tanner to go around. And I can hear John saying, whoa. Must have got it out there a bit. Weight doesn't look bad. Trying to get it to curl.
Really trying to get that over so it's not accessible.
It's fully buried. But 4th shot. So we're going to see Matt ask Colton to remove that top green one. Again, I think we're going to see a little bit of weight on this one.
Single peel.
Peel is made.
Team Dunstone in formality mode.
I think so. And John is asking Tanner to go around that yellow one on the right-hand side. Or left as you're watching it on YouTube. So this is an out-turn draw, trying to get to behind that yellow one on the outside of the 8-foot, at the top 8-foot. Sweeping it hard, trying to keep it straight. And they do get by the yellow one. Trying to get it as deep as you can.
Yeah, try to create some separation. Up 3 points, no urgency for Matt Dunstone to play any of those rocks inside of the house. Gonna get rid of this corner guard. Try to hit it thin, maybe get a lucky bounce in there.
Definitely indicated that he wants to roll to the right. Yeah, Colton on it, trying to keep it straight.
Well
and makes the
played.
double. That's a dagger. Excellent shot.
Called and made, folks.
Yeah. I didn't see the indication here, Mark. Did you? Did you see what John Epping's calling here?
Freeze to the back one.
Probably.
Not too many places to hide anymore, Juha. Need 3 to tie, 4 rocks to come. Got 1 in the house.
This one needs to curl to get on top of that yellow one. Looks like it's going to bounce a little bit.
Well played.
Straight peel here. If he gets rid of the yellow one, that's fine too.
I think at this point he's happy to get rid of his own there.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to get it to curl a bit. Yeah, there we go. All the yellows, those 2 yellows are gone and the green one's gone.
And just like that, after BJ throws, only 3 rocks left in play. What do you do now?
I think he was indicating drawing to the
Back
back 8 foot between the 2 yellow ones. Could loop around the other way as well.
Yeah, back 8, back 12.
So he's playing the out turn here. He could play the in turn to get to the same spot.
Using the rock at the top of the 4 foot as a guard.
That's right. Oh, weight looks good. Sweepers are staying with it. Now they're trying to get it. BJ was waiting for Tanner to stop sweeping so he could sweep it. A little too steep to, I think, make the double, but definitely a hit and roll.
Hit and roll in, sit 3 is pretty good position to be in.
With only 2 rocks to come from John Epping.
Down to skip stones in the final end.
If he gets this green one out, then it's worst case scenario is a tie game. If the world falls apart. No issues with time clocks. So it's an out-turn hit.
This one's really moving.
little glimmer of hope there for Team Epping. With 2 rocks to play, he has to get his green ones in the rings and outcount the 2 yellow ones. So
John looking at the spot where he can put this next rock as the best option to manufacture a miss from Team Dunstone. We haven't seen too many of those today,
no, that's for sure. Yeah, Team Epping still has about 4 minutes left on the clock, so time is not an issue. Yep. Team Dunstone is lying first and second. Epping is 3rd shot, and Dunstone has the 4th shot. So they're just trying to find some place to hide here. Could drop to that back yellow one.
Can draw to your own green one. Can corner freeze to the top.
Not a lot of places to go. Three minutes left on the clock for Team Epping. They've already used one of their timeouts this game, so they have one left.
Sheet B action between Mike McEwen and Brad Gushu. Team McEwen just scored a huge deuce in 7, go up 5-3. Gushu with the hammer coming home.
So it looks like they've decided to draw around that yellow one that's just nibbling the forefoot. In turn draw. So this needs to be there. Nice clean release from John. Good rotation.
Going hard for line now.
Yep. Don't do this very often in a game, right? Where you're drawing around a rock that's touching the button.
Using that as a guard. Absolutely great shot by John Epping.
Very good shot. Timeout. Team Dunstone has called a timeout. That's their first.
Not to discuss the shot, but to give
just time.
Team Dunstone a couple extra seconds in the hack. Coming off his own here. Eliminate one red rock, one green rock for the victory.
So it's an intern hit. Wants to get to the inside of that rock. Remove one of the green ones. A little tight. They got sweeping on it right away.
Now just a clean.
Ooh. So, need a timeout again. Nope. Yep.
Timeout by Team Epping.
Who shot here? Give me them for it again. There we go. Well, Team Epping is lying at 3rd and 4th, it looks like. They need a double to get 3 to tie the game.
They weren't panicking on that last shot.
No, I think they thought they had it made. Not an easy double. Trying to keep it straight. And that would be a 3-under. So game's all tied up. 5-5 after 8 ends. And we're going to an extra end. We'll be right back.
Well, with two rocks to come, we didn't see that one coming, Juha.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
And we're back. So we're in free time here. We're in extra end. Score is 5-5 after 8 ends, and Team Dunstone does have the hammer. Great shots by Team Epping to get their 3 in that end. Just shows you should never give up.
Here's a replay coming at you now. Thin double to convert the field goal, tie the game up. Great shot by John Epping. Great draw on his first one.
And we're going to draw around the center guard. Coming into the rings. Team Epping got that one just over the hog line. Great draw. I would imagine they'll come around and throw in a couple feet in front of the rings.
Talk about momentum swing. It was Team Dunstone all game, one shot. And it's tied. We'll see if they can put that one in the memory books. John calling for the double center.
Yeah, I'd like to drop this one a couple feet out front. Well, got it into the rings.
Not what Team Epping wanted, but got the curl on it at the end. John calling for the tap back now. Move that yellow stone to the back button.
That's right.
Back 4. So it can be used for a freeze attempt later on in the end.
This one looks like it's a little heavy. It's definitely going to move the yellow one. Doesn't want to spill off too far, but it is behind the tee line.
Great shot by
Actually,
Tanner.
back 8. I think we're going to see an attempt at Colton's being asked to just tear off the guard. The peel is made. John's going to ask Tanner to possibly replace that, or they could warp one around as well, but it looks like he's asking him to replace that center guard.
I think it's a bit early for a come around, so John asking Tanner for the center, like you said.
I think we'd be seeing some flying granite if this one ended up in the rings. I think it's a guard.
Another extra end game on sheet E between Mark Keane and Joel Returnaz of Italy. Tied at 3s. Team Returnaz with the hammer.
Trying to get it to curl here, just to provide some cover. I think this is going to be a straight peel again. I might take a pass at making the double, but I think I'd be happy with a straight peel. No, straight peel.
John calling for that one a bit higher. Right on top of the Coyote logo.
We are in an extra end here. Both teams get 5 minutes to play the extra end, and they do have 1 minute and 30-second timeout that they can utilize as well. So this is a guard. John's asked Jake to put up a guard on the center line as high as possible.
BJ Neufeld with the peel attempt.
Straight peel. The green rock is gone. And John's going to replace that guard again. So Jake attempting to put that guard back up over the hog line, just on the center line.
Right back on the Coyote tractors. Boys are just cleaning it in.
Looks good.
Timeout by Team Dunstone.
They have a couple of options here. Looking at a hit on that green one. Looking to if they make the hit. That's asking Ryan to come down, and he's not watching. So on sheet B, the game between McEwen and Gushu, final score looks like 5-4 McEwen, as Gushu could only score one in the 8th end. So Team McEwen will carry on. Hit and roll. I think the hit and roll is the call here. The challenge you have is that Epping does have the you can't block both sides, so Epping can come down and John can come down and draw to that back yellow. Anywhere in that between the two yellows would be ideal, as long as you're shot.
And even if you did peel that center guard, you know John's making a play on his next one most likely. Opting for the hit and roll on BJ's last, or sorry, the hit and stay on BJ's last to leave that stone as a raisable one.
That's right.
For Matt Dunstone. Well thought out. Well,
I think so.
Yeah,
yep.
Good use of the timeout here.
He wants to stay right there. Doesn't want to roll inside because he want to be available to throw a slash if required. Staying on it. Don't want to roll. Want to stay right there. And
good
well
shot.
Executed. Looks like Epping is going to play into the rings. John has used his only timeout here in the extra end. So they have a minute 30 before the clock starts again. So Team Epping is elected to draw down into that area between the two yellow ones. Needs to get undercover. Freezing to the back one is probably not a great shot because Team Dunstone can follow you down. Weight looks good. Sweepers aren't. Should have a lot of late movement here. Beautiful shot. Yeah, but they do have room to come down on top of it. And if they do come right on top of it, Team Epping has a shot at coming on top of that one as well and still being shot. So, but there is that yellow one on the left that can be used to slash in there to get rid of any green rock that might be counting. So. Top four would be good here too. You don't need to come up to that back green one. So
Top 4 shot, as long as you're shot rock.
Yep. I think that would be the ideal position. Now, out-turn draw.
Line's looking good.
Looks like it's going to be up to that back one. Yellow is shot.
Just a bit too far for Team
Yep.
Dunstone's liking. Gives John Epping an opportunity to get in there first and make Matt's last one tough.
Dunstone does have the yellow one on the left there that he can angle into the Epping stone if it does end up in the 4-foot. Lots of good movement here, as you can see the yellow one that's in the back 4-foot. You can only see half of it, but you can definitely draw to it, and even possibly with the late movement get to the inside of it.
Yeah, get
He
the
needs to make
piece of
this
the
one.
button.
No panic yet.
Calling a lot of room.
Needs it to curl.
Rudy got to go for weight.
I think yellow is shot.
Not sure they got enough there.
I don't think they did.
Great play.
So final score in this game is Team Dunstone 6, Team Epping 5, and an extra in Arnberg.
Great game. Domination by Team Dunstone all the way through. One great end for Team Epping. Put a 3 on the board and treated us to a nice extra end.
Yeah, it's going to get noisy here, so we'll let you go. See you in the semifinals, everybody.
12:30 p.m. Tune in.
Tune in.
Good job, Bob.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
I'm Nolan Thiessen, CEO of Curling Canada and a BDO alumni. I was a former professional curler with Team Canada, winning the World Championships in 2010 and a 3-time Brier champion. I always loved the Muhammad Ali quote, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. And I'm also a sneakerhead.
Hey Nolan, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I understand you're a sneakerhead.
And I've always liked shoes with a little bit of flair. I think once I got a little later on in my career, kind of became my brand a little bit. I grew up and Michael Jordan was the coolest person in the world and he had the coolest shoes in the world. So I mean, I think it's, how do you go wrong with Jordan 1s?
Can you tell me a little bit about the classics you're wearing today?
Yeah, so these are Jordan 1 lows. The day that I found out that I was going to get the offer to be the CEO of Curling Canada, I was actually in a store and looked at the wall and saw these. And I said, those are perfect Curling Canada colors. And it just worked out.
20 years ago, you worked for BDO.
Yeah.
Were you allowed to wear those kind of shoes to the office?
No, we were a little dressier then.
What drew you to accounting?
I was a math kid growing up. I'm very analytical. I like looking at things and not just looking at the numbers, but also looking at the story of what it means. And I think that kind of really drew me into accounting.
Can you tell me a little bit about your life growing up in Brandon?
I was a typical prairie kid. Baseball was my first love. Yeah, I grew up kind of chasing the baseball dream. Went to Louisiana in the 12th grade and got a college scholarship at junior college in Texas.
Who would be the greatest baseball player of all time?
My parents named me after him, so it's Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan's my idol. He'd be the one that I would be so starstruck to ever meet.
So I notice your shoes are impeccably tied. Much like tying laces, accounting is all about the details. So what did you learn at BDO?
Anybody can balance a balance sheet. It's, what does it mean? What does it say about the business? Time management, which was huge and came in handy, later on when I was, chasing the curling dream full time. From an athletic standpoint, you have a short window of time where you can be an athlete, and I could see the end of the road athletically, and I said, okay, I just need to sell out for this for right now, and I can go back and build my business career because I already had my designation at that point.
Did having the designation, did that give you the comfort to take the leap?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember one of the partners saying to me, accounting is one of the most recession-proof jobs there is. I mean, everybody needs an accountant, and I knew I had something to go towards when I was done.
So, tell me about these shoes.
So these are my old curling shoes. They're Asham brand, which is from Manitoba. I'm a good Manitoba boy there. So this is the sliding shoe. This is Teflon, which is one of the faster sliders. It's something that I always wanted, was the least amount of drag possible. And that's my trail shoe. And I've got a toe dip, it's called, to try to make this as slick as possible, so when you're sliding out and this toe is dragging, you don't have a boat anchor behind you.
Can you tell me about some of your biggest curling moments?
Obviously the biggest one was winning the World Championship. I mean, it's, wearing the maple leaf, standing on the top of the podium, singing your national anthem is your dream, right? I was a front end player too, so sweeping really mattered to me, and I actually was fortunate and also nerve-wracking enough that I got to sweep a draw to the button twice to win the Brier. So you kind of fulfill a lifelong dream, right? I think the first time I won it, I said, I wanted to win this thing since I was 10 or 11 years old. Like, it's so cool.
What do you do to stay in shape now?
So I do lots of outdoor running. Getting out for an hour and going for a run and just letting your mind clear, I think is one of my ways to sort of decompress.
So like cross-training in sneakers, how did you diversify your skills in order to move up at Curling Canada?
I said I wanted to learn the business of sport, and I wanted to, that meant doing some very junior roles. I'm someone who, I need to kind of do it to kind of understand it and see how the pieces are all put together. How can you help me kind of learn and expand my skill set?
So sneakers provide stability. How did accounting provide you the solid foundation for your next role after curling?
Being able to provide me that business acumen, I think was massive for me. Exposure to many different businesses and different clients, different motivations, being able to acknowledge all of those motivations for people, but then still being able to take it back to the business was valuable in my role.
What is it like being the CEO of Curling Canada?
You know, this means a little bit more to me than just sort of this one moment. I just, you know, I say I don't want to let the sport down, right? And I just care about it. But I think the biggest thing for me is just planning and focusing on the process and knowing that there's a long game, you know, having that strategic goal of where you want to take the organization, and always coming back to that.
So sneakers protect our feet from rough terrain. How have you steered Curling Canada through a rough spot?
Sometimes it's just saying, I don't know, right? And it's being confident enough to say, we don't have the answers right now and we'll get them. Always being open with all your stakeholders when decisions need to be made or when you're still processing.
All right, so you've got to tell me about these beauties here.
These are some custom sneakers that Tourism Calgary got done for me. We've got an amazing relationship with them. They helped us during COVID to be able to put on our events in a bubble for 80 days. Yeah, these are just some Jordan 1s, but custom airbrushed with the Calgary skyline. Curling on the other side with the Scotties Tournament of Hearts logo and the Curling Canada logo on them. So I buy shoes to wear shoes, but these ones are so nice. These might be the only ones that I'll just leave on my shelves. They look too good. I'm not sure if I can wear these.
So I know that youth participation is really huge for you. Why is it so important?
You know what? It's the next generation. I watched the Brier when I was 10 and then said, I want to win it. I want those experiences for people now to look at it and say, that was a really cool moment. I'd love to experience that. And sometimes that experience is playing it. Sometimes that experience is next time curling's in town, I want to be in the building to feel the energy.
So reflecting on your journey from athlete to accountant to CEO, what's the legacy you want to leave behind?
I love our game. I love the community. I love what it is. It's like this special piece of Canadiana. Our mission is more curlers, curling better, and more fans, right?
Bonus round, which is harder? Winning the World Championship or getting your CPA?
So they're different. Getting my CPA is harder. The World Championship is obviously extremely hard. It's also one though where if you screw up, millions of people saw it.
Someone from your past video is here to say hello.
Awesome.
No, great to see you.
Good to see you, Colin. How's it going?
Oh, things are going well.
Things are going good?
So we're so proud of you here at BDO. I've always been kind of following you along.
I know you were my lead on a few different audit files, so we spent some time in some bingo halls and some places all over Edmonton. So
it's with we got a little surprise for you.
Wow.
So we got some, knowing that you're a sneakers guy, so we got a pair of custom sneakers for you. I guess they're Air Force Ones, so
wow.
Take a look.
Curling Canada, BDO, look at that, hey? Our auditor at Curling Canada is actually BDO, so I'll have to take these down when I got to go down for the audit here in a couple months. So this is awesome.